Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of the attendees. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Dzikra Fahrisi, as one of the final year student of School of Business and Management, Institute Technology Bandung, Indonesia. Here, I would like to present and bring you all to know more about Schneider's electric digital transformation throughout the effect of COVID-19 pandemics. It all starts in Wuhan, December 2019. First virus outbreak caused death and mass disruptions all over the country. And in fact, in between February to April 2020, there are 5,800 at least small businesses were closed. Companies, enterprises, and also big companies should rapidly adapt to new working conditions and new social environments. These outbreaks led to more and more disruptions in most of the sectors of the industries all around the world. Top management were stressfully trying to adapt to the new industrial era. This outbreak is like a double edged sword. It will destroy several businesses that have no preventive action and agile bureaucracy, but will also develop other businesses or as small as business functions. This development needed to support it by investment in technological development. It cannot be denied that technology is a pivot for most of the businesses. The change towards digital transformation has been a trend to extend the sustainability of a company. Furthermore, to compete among the competitors and also to actively develop businesses should be aware of this change in every business functions. For big companies, traditional based framework enterprises resources planning or ERP should be transformed into a more enhanced and sophisticated type of supply chain such as cloud-based supply chain. This supply chain framework not only will change the business towards a more sustainable development, but also to be agile in terms of increasing the responsiveness to market dynamics. Schneider Electric, as one of the biggest electrical supply companies founded in France, has invested in technological development. In addition, Schneider Electric has one top 12 most sustainable companies in the world based on corporate nights and also top environmental, social, governance ESG ratings for its sustainability impact and best practice by Moody ESG Solutions, Standards and Poor's, and also CDP. By seeing those achievements, I am fully motivated to learn more and also to read more about what kind of development is Schneider Electric implements and set that as their strategies to successfully survive in COVID-19 pandemics. Thus, this review and research hopefully will furthermore be one of the benchmarking for other companies so that they could develop strategies to prevent disruptions for happening to their business. By seeing those objectives, I come up with two main research questions to be answered. The first one is what are advantages of applying digital transformations in the supply chain of business, and what are the digital supply chain transformation of Schneider Electric throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, and how do they utilize those transformation to adapt to the new conditions? The scope of and limitation of my dissertation is covering up only to research about the supply chain transformation of Schneider Electric by gathering data from Indonesian logistic directors of Schneider Electric and website Schneider Electric from February to March 2023. Next, to support my research, I did literature review from several articles and credible resources by focusing on four variables, which are COVID-19 pandemic, supply chain management, key benefits of supply chain, and digitalization of supply chain management. Those articles were written by several researchers, such as Ngidao in 2022, Meadow and Copra in 2013, Kerry Club in 2017, Arab and Griffin Crane in 2011. Let's jump to my research design. The first step of my research design is the problem identification, which is the COVID-19 pandemic itself, the two research questions, literature review, the next the two research questions, and literature review to support my research data collection by interviewing and data gathering from websites, data analysis, and lastly, the conclusion and also recommendations. The method of my research is qualitative method by gathering data from stakeholder interviews as my primary data and credible resources such as Schneider Electric websites as my secondary data, which will further develop into a descriptive case study analysis. Let's get into analysis. As the finding from gathering the data, Schneider Electric has focused on five main sectors development in their supply chain transformations and development. Firstly, is the adaptive, agile, collaborative-based innovations. These first innovations mainly discuss on how Schneider Electric could develop their organizations into interconnected organizations, which will help all of the business processes. From the disruptions, they learn how hard to control and maintain their supplier relationship and quality. They develop SQM or Schneider Electric quality supplier quality management. As SQM consists of three main stages for suppliers to have access and deal to be a part of Schneider Electric businesses. The first step is having SAM or Supplier Approval Module. Supplier Approval Module is the first step in SQM that has the output of granting the access for the supplier to be qualified as one of the business suppliers. Schneider Electric will do a procurement assessment for the supplier. The procurement assessment consists of a quality audit, supply chain audit, technology audit, and co-development audit. Those this through these audits, the suppliers will be graded and decided whether they will be approved for businesses and get to the next qualification method, conditionally rejected or rejected as their supplier and disengagement of process. The suppliers that pass through the SAM process will get into the SQM, which stands for Supply Qualification Module. This SQM stage is supported by the part product evaluation plan or PPP. Suppliers will need to run through the part conformance to specification, supplier process capability control, and product performance verifications and approval formalized and documented. Suppliers that are qualified to pass this SQM process will need to get through the SPM or supplier performance module. The module output is to optimize performance and maximize customer satisfaction by monitoring supplier performance in order to evaluate and continuously improve the performance of Schneider Electric supply base. This process will be created based on the KPI of suppliers by proceeding through two segments, quality and delivery. The quality grades will be graded to SDPM or supplier defect per million, which is intended to minimize the defect of suppliers' parts that will enter the Schneider Electrics based on the and also SIO or supplier issue occurrence that is intended to identify the probability of suppliers issue that will occur. The delivery segment will be graded by SOTD or supplier on time delivery, which will grade the reliability of suppliers and improve availability of the supplier to meet the logistic offer. The next one is UOTD or upstream on time delivery, which will improve suppliers' ability to meet the planned requested date to improve and customer service. Lastly, it will proceed to upstream back order line or UBOL or UBOL to reduce the delays compared to the plan requested date in order to minimize the potential impact to all and customer on all open purchase orders. Next one, Schneider Electric has their focus on digitalization of the people. This digitalization of people is needed since people are the main actors in installing, maintaining, operating, and also utilizing the machines and technology. The COVID-19 phenomenon brings all business to have transitions in their working styles and cultures. The implementation of that new working experience on Schneider Electric will improve the people's cognitive experience on doing their task. The concept of cognitive augmentation is the main key of people's digitalizations. Cognitive augmentation's purpose is for the improvement of people decisions making and information taking and also ability to avoid the situations which later on will create the best output for the company. Resident supply chain of Schneider Electric main point is to create efficient facilities and agile manufacturing. Furthermore, it will cover up the effort safety and traceability that ensure compliance and increase their trust across the whole value chain, energy and sustainability, reducing environmental footprint and meet sustainability goals, asset performance that will maximize return on asset investment, workforce empowerment, which will upgrade team efficiently, digital engineering by cut time and cost of and risk of capital project engineering. In conclusion, Schneider Electric has invested a lot to achieve efficient, agile, collaborative, and adaptive product and services. This purpose is to empower all of the resources to achieve a better sustainable company since digitalization's basic human rights. Thank you for your attentions. Thank you.